Hello everybody and welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel and
My name is Slaven, as always.
Slaven, as always. Okay, so today top 5 list is list of the games that got us into this hobby. Like for example,
I will not tell my list now.
let's just say a few examples.
Few examples. Okay. Something that I didn't put on my list and I almost did.
Okay.
So for example, card games like Canasta, Rummy for me.
Yes.
Those are the games that
and
actually had great influence on my
I
card
don't know
games.
English word for the game called, it's played with poker cards.
We call it Bella.
No, Bella is not with poker cards. I mean about a game called, a game called Tablich.
It's Rummy.
That's Rummy in English.
I think it is. I'm not sure, sorry. Sorry for all the people
basically Alhambra system.
Yeah.
Basically
I'm not
it
sure.
is.
But yeah.
Okay, so shall we start with the list?
Yeah, and let's determine how.
Spin the banana.
Yeah.
Okay,
who will be the first?
We will spin the banana, and where it this part shows that one plays goes first. Play.
And we will start with the fifth game. Yeah.
With the number 5, not
but
number 1.
How are they ranked?
I ranked my games by the time I was introduced to them. Like the first board game I got introduced to got me to a second, 5 got me to 4, 4 got me to 3, 3 got me to 1, to 2, and 2 got me to 1.
Okay.
That's how I did it.
Same.
Something like that. Okay, let's spin the banana. Okay,
so
we said where it's pointing. It should be pointing here, but it points to you.
I cheated already.
And I got banana.
Yes, and
I will not eat it now.
No.
Just leave it there.
Okay. So, anyway.
No, don't look. Okay.
So, anyway, my fifth game.
Wait, my list. Forgot about it. I got it here. Okay, go.
Horrible. So, my fifth game, and the first today, is the one that actually I think everyone in Croatia is familiar with. And I'm not sure how the people around the world know this game. In Croatia and I think Balkans, everybody likes this game, children, and almost everyone starts with this game. I will say now, and pardon my Deutsch, Mensch ärgere dich nicht.
I don't understand German.
So,
I don't know what's the English.
Man, don't be mad.
Sorry.
Sorry? Okay, but
sorry.
Originally is German. Mensch ärgere dich nicht.
Yeah, it's about the pawns eating each other and you have to...
Yeah, you need to
throw 6 to get out of the house.
Yes, and move 4 of your pawns to the other side where they sleep. I'm not sure what's the point of the game or anything. We just play it to
make
each
mortal enemies of your friends.
Yeah, but that's the game in Croatia that everybody knows.
Yeah, it's not on my list. Spoiler alert. It's not on my list because it wasn't so much of a big jump for me.
It was I could say the first board game that I played.
Well, okay, that's you.
That's my first game.
That's not me.
I'm not saying it's good or anything, but as a child, I played it a lot. Really a lot. With my sister, with my friends.
Who are not your friends anymore because of the game.
Not so much.
Probably.
But I'm starting to think how many years it has passed since I played it.
I played it
about 20 years.
A couple, 7 years maybe ago.
I think in my case it's 20.
It was, we kind of worked around it to make it a bit of a drinking game, but that's for complete. Actually, we make a top 5 list of games we improved with house rules.
Okay, but I think actually that game exists in some form.
Yeah, okay.
Actually the same game. So that's my number 5. Sorry.
Or something like that. Yeah. No, it's okay. I pardon. Okay. No, sorry.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, not sorry.
Man,
are you Canadian?
Yes.
Ooh.
So that's
Okay,
my fifth.
so my number 5 is somewhat a touchy story. It's not a touchy story now. I'm getting all sentimental, but I played this with my late grandfather a lot, and it's a game called Connect 4. That game, why are you smiling? No reason, right?
no reason at all.
So, a crossover. Okay, so basically it's like this, I don't know what should we call it, like it's standing
Agreed.
up something, a
It's
grid,
a grid.
hollow grid, and you
Yes.
put these little chits inside and they drop to the bottom
Yeah.
of it, and you have to connect 4 either diagonally or orthogonally in a row to win the game. And I played this a lot with my late grandfather, and he was very good at it, of course. I mean, I was a kid, he was an adult, but when I won first time,
Yeah.
I was all like, oh yeah,
Who's the man?
who's the man now? I'm the man in this house,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And now when I think about it, he probably let me win. But
Well,
I remember
he loved you, so
yeah,
it's a
probably it
possibility.
was you have to give child to win. I mean,
Not
how
really.
is-
No.
yeah, okay.
Nobody
So
let me win anyway. Anytime.
there's nothing much to talk about this game. It's really old game. It's really nothing special. But to me, it was kind of introductory to board game.
Yeah.
Even
it
though
is.
it's not basically a board game, but
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
It's a logical board game, and there are
Okay.
a lot of those.
Abstract. And I'm not
Abstract,
much
yeah,
of an abstract lover. Oh,
Yeah. And
who
it's a
would
nice
say?
game.
Okay, so my number 5 is Connect 4.
4.
Not 3, 4. You have problems with numbers, so
Yes.
yeah.
True.
Okay. Number 4. Okay, so my number 4 is game that everyone knows. It's probably on your list, so we'll have maybe double crossover
Or 3
because we practically grow up in a same
environment.
environment. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
and
gonna
same
say
neighborhoods almost.
vicinity, but we are not that close.
No.
So my number 4 is Monopoly, right?
Yes.
Out of the bat. That's like the
Horrible.
game I will never play again. Probably not that Monopoly, maybe some version, not that Walking Dead version and Transformers, even though Transformers maybe. Just
Or that new
because-
Super Mario. With
No,
the coins.
I heard about
Gamer.
it, but
Yeah,
if
Monopoly
somebody
gamer.
send it to me, I will play it. I will not buy it. I can't pull on it. I just can't.
But we had
Yeah.
no choice actually. If
We
you
had
think
no
about
choice.
that game, you
was,
don't have any
it
choice.
was either that or you sorry or whatever it's called the game.
Mm-hmm.
You said you're at number 5. So basically, we all played Monopoly. Nobody ever read rules, but we all know how to play. And parking space gave you money. We
Yeah,
don't
why
know
not?
where that rule
Collect
came
cards.
If
Throw
I'm not
dice.
mistaken, that parking spot does not give you that money from the center or something like that. It's
I
not
don't
in
know.
the original rules. I don't know. I just read
I just
somewhere.
remember the jail.
I never explored.
I just
that
remember the
possibility.
jail. I
Yeah.
hate it. I hate
And you have to throw. If you throw two same numbers 3 times in a row, you go to jail. I mean, why? Just let the man play. He's obviously on the roll, right? Okay, so
We will never understand
so
that one.
it's Monopoly. It's bad
It's a game.
It's a game.
It's a game.
I mean, it was fine for 1987, 8. When did we play it?
We are
I'm not
so
sure.
old.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, that is my number 4.
That is your
Monopoly.
And now a big surprise. My number 4 is Connect 4.
Magic. I was
That's why I was-
100% that this will be unique. That you will not put this on your list. Connect 4. I mean.
Oh well, It's actually
I never
by a
saw
chance.
anyone have this game.
Okay.
I only have it at home and played with my grandfather.
it was by chance in my childhood. So for some of you that don't know, there was a war in the 90s and we were kids.
Yeah.
And during
Like
that
4th grade.
war, there were some things, I don't know how they were called or what they're called now, but there were some people that brought some stuff to the places that were hit, and almost for the whole duration, I was in my home village, and there were some people that were bringing clothes to the people that didn't have anything to buy or anything, and in that rugged and clumsy. My mother didn't really like anything of that. She preferred to live on her own way, but I always went to those places in search of games. So down there, between all the stuff, I found a little box. So it was like this. Something funny, something with a grid and tons of yellow and blue tokens. I didn't understand completely what's going on in that game. So anyway, I brought it home. And my sister and I started to explore the game. In that time, there was no internet. There was no internet,
there was no internet.
And everything was on German. But in the end, we found a person who actually spoke and knew how to read German and explained the game to us.
It was like
magic. Yeah, my whole world opened. So it was one of my fondest...
You throw a cheat in, not on it. In it.
I'm sorry, but there is... Okay,
No,
I'm not
okay.
gonna mention another game that I also got that way, that I never knew how to play, and just recently I discovered it's actually a real game. So it's called Zagaland, or Magical Land. I'm not sure how it's called, of Ravensburger.
Don't know.
I had the whole game, I didn't know how to play, but Connect 4, I used to carry it in my
Purse.
junior high,
Did
in
you
my
have
high
purse?
school. No, in my bag, to my high school, and we played it during the breaks, during the 3 hours. Every day it was just pop, pop, pop. So Connect 4, my fourth game, and I really, really have fond memories.
Did you ever throw in everything,
Yes.
fully, and that nobody won?
Yes.
I mean, I never managed that. I was a bit.
Yeah.
I was a bit naive.
Yeah, we did that.
I always fell for
And
that
we
trap.
had that button, that you just...
Yeah. I did not have that. You just had to flip it.
Mine was
like
upgraded
savage.
version. Savage.
Savages. No, but I usually fall on that trick when you put 3 in a row, and then you have either to block it left or right, but you cannot
block it.
And then, as I was a little kid, I blocked both. But my grandfather explained, no, that's cheating, my son. You lose.
You
Let's play
lose.
another game. Okay, so
That's my number 4.
yeah.
Number 3 on my list is the game he already mentioned.
Seriously.
Monopoly.
Monopoly. It's basically
Monopoly.
top 5 same games list.
Almost, yeah.
I think that the problem is
We grew up in the same, you could say,
Yes.
we didn't had a lot of games to choose.
Yeah, but I think from this point on, we are going to diverse a little. Maybe we'll hit up on one more game.
Probably. I made a list of 10 games and decided on 5.
But we do top 5.
Yeah, but I decided on 5.
Achiever.
But Monopoly, actually I had 3 versions. I'm saying Monopoly and games because I had, again, a fond memory on a German type of a Monopoly.
I had that Yugoslavenian one.
I had the German again.
Zurich Street. And
but I had it. It was a weird game. It was brown and it had the streets and stuff, but it didn't have the little houses. But it has a lot of cards, with texts. We just ignored those texts and said you get 1 money if you get that card, and we didn't know how to get that card. So it was
each territory, no matter it's first the low income or high income, no, it's the same money. You get 5.
You get money.
That's how the world works.
So
everything costs 5.
In essence, that's how I learned economics.
Everything costs 5.
Yes.
Here's a 5 for a bread and 5 more for a milk. Give me a card, $5.
So I think after 4 years of playing like that, I played my first game of Monopoly. I was really upset. Yeah, with the game. It had the rules.
What?
So that's my number 3, Monopoly.
That's how I learned that we played Small World for like 20 games completely wrong, and when I learned the right rules, the game looks stupid. Those wrong rules were actually interesting to us.
Yeah,
but
I know.
We are not talking about this.
We are talking about number 3 for you.
List. My number 3 is probably higher on your list, I presume. It was like this big pink box with pinkish.
He played it with
pinkish box, and it contained, when I first saw it, I was like, what is this? Oh, give me. And it's Risk, just plain old Risk, no legacy
In a
stuff.
pink box.
It was really big pink box with army men on the front, everyone charging in the war and stuff like that. That was the Croatian version with the Croatian rules and all
I
that.
know.
You didn't saw it? Never? Then I should have probably saved the box and not throw it just a few weeks ago.
I never saw it.
Okay, so yeah, when Risk first, when friend brought it, I don't know from where, I have a cool new game, come see, and then it was like, what, all these men, I mean this like regular foot soldier, he's worth 1 point, and then you have cavalry that's worth 3 or 5 point, and
Five,
yeah, 5.
I had cannons, you had cavalry.
Cannons were worth 10.
I had
Three
I had
types.
tanks.
Cool. And you have all this territory. Of course, we played it completely wrong. The cards, you have to collect 3 different to get some, or three of the same to get some of the reinforcements.
Yes.
And we didn't know that those are reinforcements. We thought if you get India, for example, I don't really remember very well, but if you get India and it has like cannon written on it, drawn, you put cannon there for your army.
Nice.
So basically, when you deal cards on a random, people got lots of small soldiers, and you got like cannon over here, cannon, like it's like 10 units against one.
Original approach.
Yeah, and it was seriously wrong. And people got lost. I remember friend bought custom dice. They were clear dice, and those were really rare back then. Those really hard to find, and he really paid, I don't know,
a lot of money.
He did not pay, he didn't earn any money. He was in a school, he was like 10 or something, but his parents probably bought him, and he was so angry when he lost. He literally one by one threw it across the street in the woods. So he can never find it, because I came with cannon, and of course he got two units against my 10, and he lost. Yeah, and it was good game, but not anymore.
Yeah,
yeah.
Because
and when you learn the
new
rules,
games have rules,
and we played it afterwards when we get a bit older, and when there was the drinking involved, and I remember very clearly one time. We had those upgrade cards. You collect 3 of them, and my friend is sitting beside me and showing me cards. He has 2 cavalry and 1 footman, and I have 2 cannons and 1 footman. So if I give him cannon, he gives me cavalry. We have 10 reinforcements.
yeah,
the maximum you can get, right?
he's actually talking about cheating. Yeah.
Yeah, we cheated. Yeah, we cheated, but we were a bit drunk, and it's like it was summer. It was hot. He had a
Hoodie? What?
No, this. My God, I forgot what it's called in English.
He doesn't know how to speak anymore.
The thing you wipe your face with after.
Towel.
Towel. God damn it! He got towel around his neck because it was very hot, and he's like wiping his face and putting card and towel. Wipe yourself. You are all wet. And I would wipe myself. Took a card, put my card in. It was scam of the century. And then after the game ended, everyone started bragging how they cheated, and they all basically cheated, and each of us.
It's a drinking game.
Yes.
People expect to do weird shit.
But it was
Stuff.
You have to be there. It was funny. I know it sounds stupid when I say it, but it was funny. I was there. It was funny. Okay, go.
I trust you.
I took a lot of time on this. My number 3 is Risk.
He's number 3.
Yes. Did you say your number 3? I talked
Yes, I
a
did.
lot. Yes, you did.
He already
Okay.
forgot because I talked about
Okay.
Monopoly.
Coffee break, and then we go on a number 2.
Yes.
Coffee break is over. Number 2. Okay, so my number 2 is game that
It's a game.
Is a game.
It's a good
That completely blew my mind when I saw it, even more than Risk. I had this friend. He came to us in a 4th grade, and he was from United States of America, and he brought with himself a game called Axis and Allies. I don't know which one.
1942.
I don't think it's Germans. It's Germans and Japan against
Pacific.
Russia, UK and USA.
1942.
That's 1942. Axis and Allies 1942 by Milton Bradley. No, I remember.
I think it is 1942
I remember
because I know that
clear
I
as day.
played that
We
again.
played Risk, and he said, "Oh, I got something that looks better than this." I mean, like, what can you have that looks better than this? And when he brought it and when he taught us, and when each unit has different number to hit and to defend himself against hits. Like it was not like Risk. I throw 5, you throw 6, you win.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It
Listen,
actually had a strategic way of thinking.
it was strategic, very strategic, and you have to build the factories, and so you can
And you had airplanes.
yes,
and
and airplanes,
ships.
anti-air guns, and submarines, and transport ships, and,
And
aircraft
historical
carriers, bombers.
references that actually
And it
provide
was like
logical reason why
you
the
get
map
your
is like
player
that.
board. It was like
Magic,
it was,
reality, everything.
and then I realized there's more.
Yes,
But not after my one. After my one, I realized there is much
more. Okay,
But that was my
number 2,
number 2. Axis and Allies,
1942.
1942.
It should be 1942.
1942.
Or maybe
I'm not really
1941.
sure, but
Okay,
it was something we didn't ever see before on this territory
yeah, true.
and time.
So my number 2, right?
I think it is.
So it seems that I'm one step behind Daniel,
Oh,
because it's time for me to talk about my number 2, and it's Risk.
which one?
I don't know. I had tanks, only tanks.
Yeah, I want you to explain it to me because I never saw Risk with tanks.
So
Unless
see it like this. See it like this. High school. In high school, there were a few friends.
1986.
There was a bunch of us that actually bonded during the high school because we were sitting together. We had same opinion on life. We were punkers and stuff. I don't know how punk. I don't know. We
Punk's
listened to the
not
same
bad.
kind of music. You met Zoran, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So
I said yes, but
I actually
don't
heard.
know on which. Oh yes, yes. I met.
Okay.
Yes.
So
go.
actually, when we talk about Risk, we used to. I saw that Risk has many different ways of units, types of units, and ways of play and
Many.
stuff. But in any case, he always invited us to his home, where the three of us from the same class in high school, plus his girlfriend and somebody else, I'm not sure, or maybe that's it, played a Risk of his version. I don't know what kind of a version is that, with tanks.
Was he like the rich kid in the group?
No, he had a Risk and liked to play Risk.
Okay,
And we
because
played that Risk almost every day that we could. And that was through whole high school. So imagine playing 4 years of Risk, because we didn't know
day
for better.
after
and,
day after, and destruction of the components.
well,
I mean, if I would have a time machine, I would not go for a lottery number ticket. I would go in the past
Yeah.
and slap myself because
I know.
what we did to these games that was just horrible. Spilling the drinks.
But they
I
bring
mean,
memories, you know. It's
yeah,
not like
it's-
these games
okay,
that we play
it's
today.
memories, but you have to preserve them. I just recently found that Axis and Allies game. It was on my neighbor's attic. It ended up there somehow.
Mm-hmm.
It was all warped out of the
Because of-
moist and,
Yeah,
and
I know.
how it is at the attic. So all the player boards were like this. It was
I know.
horrible to see, and so it was for throwing. I just kept the miniatures and those little ships, and I would
I know that
do
happens to
something with
games.
it.
You cannot avoid it. You know,
I know,
especially for
but-
the old ones.
But my heart,
your
my
heart.
heart
Well,
will
at
go
time of life, we
my
forgot
heart
about
will
them.
go on.
So anyway, that's
Yes.
my number 2. He already talked about it a lot, so I won't prolong this any further. That's my number 2, Risk.
Risk.
My number 1 on this list, and the game that I consider an introduction to the modern board gaming as it is. Although there are 3 games on my list that I played more consecutively, and they actually introduced me in a correct way, but they are in a sort of way modern board games. So I will just do an honorable mentions before my number one.
Okay, so we are doing honorable mentions now. I didn't get memo.
Well, it was the email.
This is my channel.
He
You don't get to do what you want. Human.
My honorable mentions are
Honorable mentions.
number
okay.
one, Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I played that game about 100 and something times, and we played it like crazy during college.
Because that's the only game you had.
That's my number one.
Yes.
Number two, Catan.
What? That's your honorable mentions.
Yes.
We still did
Catan.
not get to your
No,
number
no.
one.
Number two,
Try to follow.
Catan. Because it was awesome as it
Because
was.
7
in that
robbed
way.
you
Yeah.
for some reason.
And number three, those are the games that I actually wanted to put on the list. Really, really wanted, but they are modern board games. You know.
Okay.
They are considered modern, but they actually
They introduced you to the more modern board games.
And number three is Game of Thrones.
Game of
first
Thrones.
edition.
Yes, first edition.
I
Right.
played it about 150 times or more even.
And it looks better than second edition.
I loved it more. Plus it was.
Not those minis, those marble. Ugh,
I know.
I don't like it. Okay, so what
So
is your
what is my
one?
number one?
Pretty, please.
You just talked about it.
Oh my god.
Yes, Axis and Allies.
X's and Allies.
That's my number one. And you know
So
why?
we like have
Yes.
4 time crossover.
I think
You're,
4.
you're late.
Yeah, I said that I'm always one step behind, and I told you
Yeah.
that. So why Axis and
Foreshadowing.
Allies?
That's what we do on this.
Your best man,
What? Yeah. Okay.
Adriano. Yeah.
Yes.
I
You knew
actually
him
befriended him such a long time. It was my second year of
in
college.
Victoria.
In
Cafe.
Victoria, yeah, where we played almost every Friday from 4-3.
I was not there, but he always talked to me about. Oh, there was this group. We played the game.
Yeah,
almost
every Friday. I don't know how to explain it. Every Friday during a few years. I'm not sure how many years, but every Friday we played it. We played it with the core rules. We played it with custom rules. We played it with downloaded rules. We even imagined a whole new world where Japan would invade Brazil, where America would have South Africa, where
Japan.
there wouldn't be that little transport between Indochina and India. It was another world. You know, it's not because the same reasons as you, because it's something that you didn't saw. It's because of the people. You know, it was an introduction to a game in which you had strategy, tactics, where everybody was on the same level. Everybody had huge knowledge about the game. Every time we played,
rookie mistake.
that didn't happen.
No, I mean.
Yeah. A rookie mistake if we played with someone new.
Yeah.
But since we played always with really, I really knew that everything later on came to the roll of the dice.
Yes, because this game was a bit scripted.
Of course, you had to know, same as the Game of Thrones, you had to know which move you had to do, with what units, on which turn, exactly to provide.
Now we can say, that's a bad game, but for its age, when it was published,
especially for us.
For us, that step from risk to Axis, where you actually have to make some strategic choice and what to attack with what and what to build, what to spend money on, it was out of this world.
Yeah, and that's why Axis and Allies, 1942, it's my number one. What's your number one?
My number one. My number one game. It really is the game that's my turning point. That's when I realized
there are other games.
There are other games, and they are good, and they are interesting, and they are.
And I could buy them.
There are expansions for the games, and I can probably afford some of that games now. It's like, I'll sell you my kidney. Give me this game. Okay, so with further ado, my number one game is definitely Carcassonne, with almost every expansion that came. Those 5 or what big expansions that were. The Dragon was the special one we really love, but because Carcassonne actually is not that much of an evil game. It can be really evil and all that, but we made it. We made it so evil. We made it so conflict
It's about the group.
ready. What?
It's about the group.
No, I know. And I really loved it, how we made of such innocent. You put those little meeples and they go on meadows and they collect farms or what they're called. And then as soon as somebody puts a tile and puts that little guy in a city, oh, I got to get me into this city. Oh, this city will be mine. He won't get the point.
Yeah.
Like we never build our own city. As soon as somebody starts building city,
You try to
all of us are
get inside.
coming to get inside and take points from each other. And usually it ends up two people battling and third one just builds 1-2 cities aside and he usually wins.
When did you discover actually Carcassonne?
I discovered Carcassonne about 8
A long time ago.
years ago. I think, now I'm not good with years, but I think about 8-9 years ago. And I got it for a present. I ordered it for a present. I said I want this game for a present, for my birthday present, because it was at the
You
time.
bought it for yourself?
At the time, and no, others bought it for me. God, Slaven. At that time, I was not earning much, and it was kind of very expensive for me. But if you band your friends on a group and you have a birthday,
Yeah.
they buy you a game.
When
And
you
we played it like crazy. Like, and we bought. We only had that game.
Exactly. I wanted
Nothing
to say
else.
when we look and we talk about the games, especially on this list,
Yeah.
you need to understand that we live in Croatia.
Yes, and there was not much to go on.
Yeah, we had limited choice that we knew of. Maybe we had a choice. I know there were some shops that sold some of those stuff, but
Not.
there were two major factors, I think: the price and not enough information. You know, you now have the internet, you have us to
Yeah.
talk about games, review games.
But without the
and
internet
rest.
and all that knowledge, and you are the one in a group who brings the game to others. You
Yeah,
are.
exactly.
I was
And there
always
was
the
no-
one in my group that I got new game. Let's try it out. I
Exactly.
got this new game. Let's try it out.
There were no
Oh,
clubs, there were nothing,
Yeah.
not the same stuff as we have now.
But
So that's why we cherished so much those games that actually are
and when you
pretty
find
low.
it, you play it like. I mean,
Crazy.
I still think Carcassonne is a great game,
Me
but
too.
I really don't want to play it. I played it so much
Yeah,
that it's really give me,
I have two
give me
versions.
something else.
I had to work.
Yes. One you know to play and one you don't know to play. But that's when we'll have our top 5 funny situations with Slaven list. He'll just sit here and I will tell you how he read rules in game, every game.
I learned how to play some of them.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thank you for watching us.
Yes, and that was our top 5 of the game that introduced us to this wonderful hobby.
Concept of modern board
Concept
gaming.
of modern board gaming.
Yes.
So eloquent of you.
Ha.
Did you have like dictionary for breakfast?
Even two.
Ooh, he had 2. Okay, so tell us in a comment below if you want. Did you like our top list or do you agree with us or don't? Not did you like, you like.
Yeah.
Do you agree with us? What
And
is
say
your
that
top
you like
5
my
list?
list better
Ah.
than his.
And so
Thanks.
he will not be anymore on this channel.
See
You are
ya.
a guest here.
Bye.
Goodbye.